football season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll run here with and he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Evans. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
All Trey Hendrickson did in his first season in Cincinnati was set the team's new single-season record with 14 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, one in New Orleans, he's become one of the best in the league.
They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here's Williams to return. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Big 13. Big 13. Here we go.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, but when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. 11, 11, 11.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Bengals at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Burrow on first down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because
this is caught inside the 15. And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
in our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
No score after one on EA Sports. From the 10, first and goal. Here's Mostert. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now Waddle on the jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And this is brought all all the way back. A fumble took off. There was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
The question for Mixon was, after an injury-riddled 2020, would he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across the board, finished top 4 league-wide in yardage and touchdowns.
Now they go play action now. Burrow steps away. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow escaping the pressure right. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throw left side complete to Chase. A big play there for Cincinnati. 43 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. Underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
I'm one, ready? That's it, baby. We gonna work. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 36, 36. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. 55, right 55. Man, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ready?
52 in your face.
They begin with a run by Mixon, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 2nd and 12, Burrow eluding the pressure right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there. On the catch and run. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here we go. Flat 40.
2 and now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 2nd and 10. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. He's at the 40. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Having the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Rip left, rip left. Check 31, check 31. 12, 12, 12.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for Darrington Evans. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the front.
And it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. 1st down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
You got him! You got him! You got him!
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try it now with Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On their own side of the field, close to the 50, but their own side of the field, they only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, It's really man-on-man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give him credit for that one.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
They would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Running on first down with Gaskin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamar Chase, 38 yards. And the Bengals get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Black, 95.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Blue, 32.
On second down, a run with Evans. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. No gain on the screen there at second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10.
50 red. 50 red. Fight 60. You go ready.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Set, cut. 52 blue. Black shot. Check back, check back. Watching the guard. I got it. Cut.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. On the counter, it's Evans to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards.
Second and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go, set, yellow, 43.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And that's on Austin Jackson.
Here we go, 10 black. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Ready.
Play action, now it's Tua. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. The locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 38, Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. Yeah, the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, having to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. Burrow will throw. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And Burrow going to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. He gets this one to Boyd. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Set, ready. Clock 40. Fight, 97.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make.
Do you have it in offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff coming left, Evans. And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to.
And he'll take this into the end zone. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without him.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jalen Phillips, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Here he completes it. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, some...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck,
and now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a mile. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Dolphins 45, Bengals 21.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't.
Hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Boyd. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Again, it's Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals get a bit closer. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation, the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been